Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Premier League predictions. This is Matchday 25 of the Premier League predictions. Before we get into this week's predictions, as always, we're gonna go through what happened last week. If you guys don't know how the point system works, I get half a point for every team I get correct, and I get 1 point for every correct scoreline that I get correct. Last week, once again, was a disastrous week. The last 2 weeks have been poor. 2 points for the last 2 weeks. Starting off with Manchester City against Everton, I said 3-1 Man City, it was 2-0. Then we had Wolves Brentford, I said 2-1 Wolves confidently, it was 2-0 away win for Brentford, that was surprising. Fulham Bournemouth, if I'm not wrong, said 1-1 draw, which I thought was reasonable. But Fulham somehow won by 3 goals to 1. Spurs against Brighton, I said 3-2 Spurs, it was 2-1, so half a point. Luton Town, Sheffield United, and Luton Town really let me down here because I thought, you know what, Luton Town at home can cause problems, and they didn't. 3-1 loss at home. Liverpool Burnley, I said 3-1 Liverpool, it was 1 point. Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, I said 2-2, it was 3-2, so close. West Ham Arsenal, I said 1-1, 6-0, yeah. Aston Villa Man United, I said 3-2 Villa, it was 2-1 Manchester United. And Crystal Palace Chelsea, I said 2-1 Palace, it was 3, what was it, 3-0 or 3-1? If I'm not wrong, it was 3-1, yeah, 3-1 Chelsea. So that week was horrible. Let's move on into this week, where we start off with Brentford Liverpool. Look, Brentford I know just went away to Wolves to get a win, but Liverpool really special. I'm gonna say 2-1 win for Liverpool. I know it is pretty boring, but I can't see Brentford getting much out of the game, and if they do even get a point from the game, I would be really amazed. Burnley Arsenal, similarly, Turf Moor. Burnley, not playing the best. Of course, last time out away at Anfield they lost. They're playing two title contenders within 2 match days within a week. So look, it's gonna be interesting. And Arsenal had the rest. Liverpool has had the rest. So look, I do think that Arsenal will win this by 4 goals to 0. I think if they can go away to West Ham and put 6 past them, they theoretically could put 8 or 9 past Burnley. If you think about it, but it obviously doesn't work that way. I'm going to say 4-0 Arsenal. I'm pretty confident they'll get the win and the clean sheet, and they'll win by probably a big margin. I mean, it could be 3-0, could be 3-1 maybe, but I'm very certain Arsenal will win, and they might not now because I said that. Newcastle against Bournemouth. Eddie Howe against his former side. Newcastle at St James's Park. You would think that they are, unstoppable, but Bournemouth obviously away at Fulham lost. So I'm gonna say 3-1 Newcastle United. They have obviously got to bounce back and start winning some games now, because these games are gonna be very crucial if they want to make it back into Europe. They're not gonna get top 4. If they want to get even into the top 6, top 7, they have to win basically every game. Fulham against Aston Villa, interesting because Villa are going away, and last time out at home to Manchester United they lost. Their home form is starting to dip, whereas their away form starting to look slightly better. They went obviously away to Sheffield United and won 5-0. I'm gonna say a 2-2 draw. Look, Aston Villa, what they don't need now is like a draw, or even worse, a defeat. But away from home against a Fulham side that just beat Bournemouth, it's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be a walk, about. So I do think they're gonna put a lot of pressure and cause a lot of problems. Nottingham Forest against West Ham. Forest at home nearly got the job done against Newcastle. West Ham at home against Arsenal smacked. I'm going to go with my punchy shot, and I'm going to say 2-1 Nottingham Forest. Look, no one's going to expect this, but City ground, West Ham away, and the greatest them at home and the greatest. So, definitely, a game that you should look out for. And the game that I'll probably be watching at this timing, there's 4 games, 5 games actually. What's this, a 4 p.m. kickoff? I think the game I'll be watching might just be Spurs Wolves. Because I just love the way Spurs play at home with Richarlison's firing, Son's back, Timo Werner, Kulusevski, Brennan Johnson, James Madison's back. This team is looking like it's gonna cook, and I know Wolves beat Spurs at Molineux, but I'm gonna say 2-1 Spurs. I don't think they'll, dominate the game, but I do think they'll end up finding a way to win, and Wolves might go 1-0 up, but they'll find a way to win, as they always do, just like how they did against Brighton. That's how Spurs have been playing this season. The big game, match of the week, Manchester City against Chelsea. The last time these two sides played in the Premier League, Chelsea got a 4-4 draw against Manchester City. So, this is a side capable of doing something, but away from home. And look, I mean, as much as I say they are capable of doing something, I don't mean like winning. Let alone drawing. Drawing will be tough. I'm gonna say 3-0 Man City. I'm not gonna say 3-1 again. It feels boring. Although I've only said it for 1 game. I've said 2-1 for 3 games, but I do think Man City will score a lot of goals. In this game, it could be 4, maybe even 5. It could be like a 5-2 or something crazy, But I've gone 3-0. Sheffield United against Brighton. Look, Bramall Lane, a side that went away to Luton Town that won, but they're probably gonna get smacked again. I'm gonna say 1-1 draw. Look, I don't see Brighton going away to Bramall Lane and smashing Sheffield United. I think a draw would be pretty decent for Sheffield United, although I still think they're gonna get relegated. And then 2 games, one happening Sunday night, one happening Monday night, and that is Luton Town Manchester United. Look, I mean, Luton Town lost at home to Sheffield United. 2-0 Manchester United. I think Rasmus Højlund is on very, very good form. Garnacho as well. They're playing really, really well. Everton against Crystal Palace. Everton must win game at Goodison Park. I think they will. Just about with a 1-0 win to end off the match week. So that is my predictions for this match week. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like, subscribe to just on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.